My salutations to Holy Trinity, my salutations to Sister Nivedita, Universal Sister Nivedita, my salutations to her. My pranams to Swamiji, Shyam Maharaj, who is belovedly called as Shyam Maharaj, Vivek, the other monks, mothers, Matajis, the elders, my beloved friends, young friends over here. I am extremely happy to be on this day, particular special day. You know it very well. Very, very auspicious on September 11. Even to think of that one, the hair will rise on their body. Such is the occasion. I am really grateful. I am very happy. Thanks to Belgavi gentlemen over here, all the citizens of Belgavi. Belgavi is blessed by Swami Vivekananda. And for giving an opportunity to be and made me as part of you in the last 2 days, I am very grateful to you. My dear Chakravarti, my dear Swati, who are the instrument, they are the people. They made me to come over here, whether I am capable of speaking or not, but I put forward some of the things to you. The subject is very heavy. I know it very well, but still I want to like to make as small as possible in a little way. Swamiji and science. How a Swamiji can become a scientist? Have you heard in the history a sannyasi becoming a scientist? It is unheard of. It reminds me, Swamiji is Arjuna, Sabyasachi. On one hand, he has the science, the other hand, he has the spirituality. The science and spirituality are the two wings of the bird, and for the humanity, if these two wings are not there, the bird cannot fly. That is Swami Vivekananda. He is a man of Mohammedan body, the Sankara's intellect, and Buddha's heart, that what he has got. And what is his science? What is his science? I tell you one small instant before I get into the subject. A Nobel laureate came. Somebody asked the Nobel laureate, most of the people, they want to become scientists. They asked Nobel laureate, how did you become a Nobel laureate? What science you have done? How you have done the science? He said, my mother made me the scientist. What is this? Your mother made you the scientist? Your mother must be a Nobel laureate. No. She is an ordinary household woman. And how household woman can make a scientist? The next question came from the youngster. Then he said, you see, I used to go to the school. When I come back from the school, most of the parents, they ask, what did you learn today, something new? But my mother, she used to ask me, did you put a question today? Then, after I say, I put a question, then she asked, did you put a better question today? She used to keep on asking me all throughout life, did I put a better question, better question, better question? And this questioning power is the one that makes anybody a scientist. All of you are scientists over here. So my special gratitude, my special bow down to the mothers sitting over here who make these scientists. So the questioning is the basic thing for that thing. Has Swami Vivekananda got a bold man, fearless man, unselfish man, bubbling with blood. He went and he asked, dared to ask Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, have you seen God? Yes, he is a scientist, a spiritual scientist, universal scientist. Then Sri Ramakrishna, he said, my child, I have not only seen God, I can show you the God. You will see the God in front of me. That is what a scientist does. A scientist wants to have. He wants to have the experience of the thing. As professor, he makes his student to experience the thing. Here the combination of Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda. And in the same parampara comes Sister Nivedita, much more bold lady. That's why probably the teacher, he said, she is a lioness. This lioness, greatest thing. Fearless. And what Swami Vivekananda, with this questioning power, he had what he has experienced, in the science, what he has experienced in the science. And normally if you see the science, before that one I will say a few contributions of Swami Vivekananda to science in a nutshell. If at all, the science has started 300, 400 years back, but the first word, scientific temper, if it all has been used, it is by Swami Vivekananda. Unfortunately, the history has been distorted, and it has become part and parcel of our Constitution. Article 47, it speaks of scientific temper. That scientific temper word is coined by Swami Vivekananda. And second thing, normally the science, it relates to the outside world. Swamiji is dare enough to say, all your science, even though it speaks for truth, it is relative truth. It is not absolute truth. But many of the scientists, they will not accept that one when we say it is relative truth. But slowly it is coming, it is a big subject. I will come if some time is there on this relative truth. And third one, his contributions to the science, the basic fundamental science, is enormous. How he has done? He has not gone to a college and got the doctorate. The question will come. We will try to see the answer at the end. And he had one experience. What is that experience? The inner science. He has inner laboratory. He has inner the tools. With that one, he had the experience of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. If you see the history of the whole literature, in the literature, nobody has described what they have experienced, the great spiritual people. It is Swami Vivekananda who has explained that one. When I experienced that Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the whole world melted away. The whole thing has become one. The whole universe has become illuminated. Those are the few words that has slipped from his mouth. That is the secret of the thing. The oneness he has experienced. The oneness he has experienced. From that oneness of whatever he talked in the Western countries, the literature of what you see here, or even the Sister Nivedita, voluminous literature is there. If you swim on the ocean, you will catch little bit fish. If you go little bit down, whales will come. If you go a little bit down, the perils will come. If you go a little bit down, the diamonds will come. The Sahicha, the literature of Swami Vivekananda and Sister Nivedita is like that ocean. One has to dive deep into the thing. Swami Vivekananda, with the experience of oneness, he has gone to the Western country. He was so bold. At that time, the Western people, the scientific community, Newton and Einstein, Kelvin, so many great people were there. They had a greatest puzzle. There are 4 parameters are there. Each one of us know it very well. Space, time, energy, and matter. They thought these 4 parameters are different parameters. They were working on that one. Swami Vivekananda, he said, he happened to meet Tesla, the great scientist, the great engineer. For him, he told, Tesla, In space and time, energy and matter are one and the same. If you see volume 2 of Swami Vivekananda's literature, you will see a diagram over here, space, time, energy, matter, and Swamiji, he folded and he said it is one. It was in 1895. Believe me or not, my dear friends, in 1905, Einstein, the greatest man, comes of science, and he says E is equal to mc square. Energy is equal to matter times that of the constant of velocity of light in space and time. What Swamiji has said 10 years back, 1895, in 1905, this Einstein, he says, and he got the Nobel Prize. Whether that Nobel Prize should belong to Einstein or somebody else, I leave it to the audience. I leave it to the audience. I tell you one more fundamental truth of Swami Vivekananda, what he has said. The whole science is uncertain. The whole outside world is uncertain. What is called theory of uncertainty. Theory of uncertainty. And then he said, Swamiji, you see, all the great scientists, they don't put big equations or any other thing. They make the whole thing very simple. Very simple. Swami Vivekananda said, theory of uncertainty. A train is going. You want to measure how fast it is moving. What is the velocity of that one? To measure that one, you have to have one more instrument. To measure that instrument, one more instrument is required. Final instrument is required. Finally, you go to the best instrument. And that best instrument, to interpret that one, you need an instrument of mind. And mind is uncertain. So if mind is uncertain with respect to that one, if you are measuring the velocity of the train, it is uncertain. This is in 1896 that what he has told. 1932, Schrödinger, he comes, one of the greatest sons of the Western science. Theory of uncertainty. He got a Nobel Prize. I don't know whether Swami Vivekananda has got a second Nobel Prize. It is all up to you again to judge. Yes, that's what has happened. If I tell in physics, there are many things like that. But if I go a little bit of chemistry, Rasayanaka Shastra, whether Swamiji has said something in Rasayanaka Shastra, yes, he has said. What he said, you see so many materials, gold, iron, this one, that one, so many metals are there. Elements, what they are called in periodic table. Swamiji, he has said, he got the Nirvikalpa Samadhi experience of one. Out of one, all these things should have come. So it is one out of which the rest of the things they have come. And nobody is there to willing to accept his theory. Just like the Einstein's theory of saying that energy and matter are one and the same in space and time. They had to wait for 10 years to accept Swami Vivekananda's thing. Now, when he said in chemistry like this, yes, people did not believe. Aspen, after some time, nearly 30 years, he found it is the entire universe is filled with 85% of hydrogen. Hydrogen, when it is 85 to 95%, when it is mixed with helium, the other elements will come. All the other elements, they have come for which a Nobel Prize has come. Again, you see the greatness of the thing. Swami Vivekananda, here it reminds me a story of the great real scientist. Feynman, when he got the Nobel Prize, somebody rang up from Switzerland and he was sleeping. And somebody said, a phone call was there. The other side, Feynman received, who is calling at this midnight? We want to tell you very good news that you got Nobel Prize. Forget about your Nobel Prize. Don't disturb my sleep. I am happily enjoying my sleep. Then somebody asked, Feynman, what you are doing? I don't do for Nobel Prizes. I do for the welfare of the humanity. I do welfare for my happiness. Swami Vivekananda has said science, the scientific truths, not to get his Nobel Prizes. He is beyond Nobel Prizes. It reminds me, Swami Ranganathan Maharaj, he was given Padma Vibhushan, he said to the government of India, my Guru has given me a bigger title of Swamiji. I don't need this Padma Vibhushans and all the other things. So the greatest scientist that doesn't care for what all these things. Now, Swami Vivekananda, he turned his mind to biology. Physics is over, chemistry is over, biology he turned. At that time, the semi-god, Darwin is there. Even today, some of the youngsters, some of the people, they believe that Darwin's theory of evolution is the correct. But no, Swami Vivekananda boldly said, theory of evolution is partly correct. It is not fully correct. The only thing that is correct is that evolution is always followed by the involution. And then Darwin, he has said, struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. But Swami Vivekananda said, it may apply for the animal kingdom, but not for the human kingdom. In human kingdom, from the life, whatever from the amoeba to that of Buddha, the life is one and the same. It has evolved. Buddha has not become a Buddha by fighting against somebody, by killing somebody, and evolution has taken place. Now, today, the theory of evolution, symbiotic theory, Swami Vivekananda, he has said, not only commenting, he has offered the solution also. It is not struggle for the existence, it is the symbiotic, even for whole our society. It is not fighting one with the other, it is cooperating one with the other, that while we live together, the whole world will become happy heaven if we do that one. So Swamiji's science not only for the biology, for the human psychology, humanism itself is also there. And then he turned, two more examples I will tell, time is almost getting over. There are very many things. And one day under the peepal tree, he was under meditation. In the meditation, he said, oh, today my life problem got solved. What is that life problem got solved? He said, the one in microcosm and macrocosm is governed by the same principle. Yes, that was 120 years back. That's what Swami Vivekananda has said. Today, what we believe, 2 years back there was a Nobel Prize, the Big Bang Theory, the expansion universe. Before the expansion of the universe, the whole universe was in a tiny spot. Whatever the physics, chemistry, biology, whatever the theories that apply for the whole cosmos, yes, that applies for even the small particle also. Yes, that is what is the thing. Now people are working. Finally, not elaborating too much on this one because probably you may be getting bored with the science. What is the science? We came over here to have a fun, to have the nice words, listen from the speakers, but this man is talking some of the serious things and all the other things. But I tell you, it will be useful for some of the youth sitting at the top. They are carefully listening for those people I am telling now. Swami Vivekananda, when he said, whatever the science I find is nothing but the echo of Vedanta. It is the Vedanta. That echo of Vedanta is nothing but the science. The Schrödinger and later many of the Nobel laureates, they said, yes, Vedanta is the only one which has given solutions for the quantum world. There is no other science. That is the science of what Swami Vivekananda. If I keep on telling, many of the things are there. Now, the question will come, how is Swami Vivekananda not going to the university, not studying of the any things and all, how he was able to tell all these things? Two things I will tell. First, I will put a question to you. Second thing, I will answer the question. The question is that, how many of you know Srinivasa Ramanujam? Raise the hands. Srinivasa Ramanujam, a great mathematician. Not very many probably people are hesitant to raise the hands because he is a great mathematician. Yes, thank you, madam. Thank you. Great mathematician. He intermediate failed, but he wrote mathematics, and today the encryption, decryption, all the computer science is nothing but out of that Srinivas Ramanujam. Many people wanted to write, the psychologists, historians, many of the people wanted to write on this Srinivas Ramanujam, how he produced the science. Swami Vivekananda revealed that one, the secret of how these people, they become the scientists, not studying of the basic of what so-called the regimentation of the thing, but still become the scientists, that what it is called Raja Yoga. And here I must be careful when I am saying Raja Yoga. It is not the Patanjali Raja Yoga Sutra I am talking about. It is Swami Vivekananda Raja Yoga. That Swami Vivekananda Raja Yoga, you please kindly read that one. In that one, he says, when you are doing, after having the subject, when you are meditating, what will happen for your body? Just like the magnet, the iron particles, they are aligned. If they kept for a long time, they get magnetized. So also, in meditation, the cells, trillions of cells in this body, they align at that moment. Every day we do that one. When we do that one, all our cells will align. When all the cells align in a particular direction, not getting confused inside the body, then the whole personality will change. When the personality will change, they will have the lantern, the highest one. It sparks in the mind the prajna, intuition, that what it happens. When it happens, when you have a searchlight in your hand, when that searchlight, you go with that searchlight onto the top of the hill, you put in any direction, the entire direction will be illuminated. They can see the whole thing. Whatever the direction they see, they can see. That's why Swami Vivekananda, multifaceted genius, I call him as a divine chameleon. This chameleon, it adapts to the circumstances. But divine chameleon, he is an orator, he is a woman's liberator, he is a writer, he is a speaker, he is a spiritual personality, he is a freedom fighter, he is a communist, he is whatever that what one can think of. To dive deep into these things, my dear friends sitting over here, dive deep into the subject of the Sahitya of Swami Vivekananda and Sister Nivedita. What Sister Nivedita written is nothing but commentary on Swami Vivekananda. Commentaries can be many, but what real thing, Swami Vivekananda and Sister Nivedita's literature, it is not, we are celebrating. I wholeheartedly congratulate the Yuva Brigade, the Brigadier Chakravarti, for mobilizing of these people over here. But I request them not to scratch the surface of this portion of literature. Make them take the subject each year and on that particular theme dwell, go and get the perils. And that perils from that one, the youngsters will come. The youngsters, when they come, they bring glory for themselves. They glory bring to their family. They bring glory to their nation. They bring glory to the entire humanity. For all this one, the root cause, the fundamental thinking, Swami Vivekananda and Sister Nivedita, behind that one, please don't kindly forget, let us not forget, with a prayer of invoking the blessings of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sarda Devi. I thank you all and thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you all.